Hello, guys. Welcome back to Beyond the Realms. And today I have a review for a new film that just came out called Headless. I do not have a copy with me here. Um, I was graciously given a online screener to check out of this film. Um, this film is a 100% totally independent film. It was shot right here in Indiana, in several different areas: Bloomington, Indianapolis, and several different areas. There was a couple other towns too, and this was funded with a Kickstarter program. It had a budget of right around $11,000, I believe, is what it was. And then right after that, there was just like this explosion of buzz that I started hearing about this film. And then it was released I believe it was released at Days of the Dead, Culture Shock. I believe that was the first time. It was right on that time. I know they did an official release in Bloomington. There was like this big snowstorm that hit. But the DVD was released, I believe, at that Days of the Dead show. But I know it was also just shown at Horror Hound Weekend, and there's been a huge buzz about it. I've been hearing about it everywhere here lately. So we finally got to sit down tonight and check this out. And guys, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of really awesome independent horror films, but this one, I can't stress it enough. It raises the fucking bar. I mean, we were both completely wowed by this film. I mean, Selena is much more nitpicky with these types of films than I am, and even she was like, "Holy shit!" And when it was over, immediately when it was over, we went to the website and ordered the DVD. And because it was like, wow, we just kept saying the whole time, this film is fucking great. And, I'm not going to say a whole lot about the plot. I'm going to tell you certain things, but I don't want to give too much away because this is just a film that you need to experience. We went into it totally blind. Like, even when I started hearing all this stuff, I didn't watch a trailer. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know anything. I just know I kept hearing things, and we just totally went into it blind. So I don't want to give away too much because I want you guys to experience this too if you decide to give it a chance, which I really hope you do. Right at the beginning, um, there's a copyright stamp on the bottom of the film. Right as it pops up, it says Headless. Right at the bottom, it has a copyright stamp. It's 1978. So that's the year this is supposed to be based in. And right away, I mean, the look was just fantastic. I mean, we were both saying, wow, this really looks like a film that came out then. And that's been done a lot here lately. Over the past several years, it seems like, since Grindhouse was released. But, sometimes it's hit, sometimes it's missed with stuff like this. But this one nailed it, man. I mean, it really had the look, and it was truly amazing. And it really looked like it was something from 1978. Um, it starts off showing this guy in a ran down house, and he ends up getting this girl and killing this girl, and there's like this little boy with him, and you quickly realize that this little boy is in his head, and they both have these skull masks on. The killer has a more defined skull mask on, has paint on it, the eyes are cut out, and the little boy is shirtless, and he's got just a plain white skull mask on with just little slits in the eyes. Most of the eyes are still intact as far as like the latex on the mask. Uh, and this killer has a penchant for eating eyeballs. He will cut the eyeballs out of his victim, eat them, and then proceed to sever the head and then literally skull fuck the head. That's kind of like his thing in this. And I mean, you get flashbacks, you get things from this killer's past that kind of explains a lot of things with him. And I'm not going to say anything more, guys. That's enough. I might have gave away even too much there. You just got to experience this. And I loved the story. I loved how you get things from the past, but you've also got a story that's based in the present of the movie, with characters that you get to know and you get to care about. and you see what the killer's doing. You know, past tense and in the present of the film. I loved it. It was just it had a really good story to it. You know, a lot of times I say with a lot of horror films. With extreme stuff, because this does have some pretty damn extreme and very graphic stuff in it. This could never be shown in a theater, as far as like, you know, mainstream release, never. But the problem I see with a lot of films that have extreme stuff like this is they don't have a solid, good story or anything that gets me emotionally invested into a film. It's just like graphic and disturbing shit just to be graphic and disturbing shit. Now, this film has graphic and disturbing shit, but the story and the emotional side to it that it gives you and makes you feel for what's going on in the film just gives it so much more of an impact. It really, truly worked with this. I loved it so much. And there's several familiar faces in this, of people that you've probably seen at conventions, and a lot of these people I know. The first one we'll say right off is Mr. Parka, right here off of YouTube, Dave Parker. He is in this film. Brian Williams is in this film. He's an independent filmmaker that did Time to Kill. He just recently did one called Run. His wife Ellie Church is in this. Nathan, the writer of the film, is in this. And, you know, sometimes you'll hear with independent films, you hear derogatory statements made towards independent films, like, you know, oh, these guys just got a bunch of their buddies together and made a film. Well, this one, yeah, these, you know, did get their buddies together and make this film, but everybody pulls their weight in this film. Like, everybody does a really fucking good job in this and really holds their own. Like, I was surprised. All the sets look genuine. You know, and all the cars, they're old. They're from, you know, there's not a lot of cars in it. But when you see a car, it's from a car that would exist in 1978. The hairstyles, the clothes, everything, they really made it a period piece film that worked. I mean, totally worked. Like, I kept waiting to see like a Ford from 2000 or something in here. But everything worked. They fucking nailed it, guys. I mean, I cannot stress it enough, guys. This is totally a film that is worth your time. I mean, I've never had a screener of a film and then finished it and immediately ordered it. Like, that was the first thing we did. I jumped on Facebook, went to Kara's page because I remember her posting a link to the DVD just today or yesterday. We went right to it, ordered the damn thing right away. And I'm going to put the link below. I'll put the link to the Facebook page. I'll put the link to where you can buy the movie. I know the 1,000, the first 1,000 copies are a limited edition with commentary, autographed copy, all this stuff. They're getting down really low. When we checked the website, when we ordered it, said less than 90 copies left of this particular edition. So if you want it, you got to get it now. But as far as everything else in the film, I mean, I know this is kind of like fucking scattered all over the place, but my mind is just reeling, guys. I'm so impressed. The lighting, the editing, the score, the original songs made for this to sound like it was something that came out of the 70s was just awesome. But the thing that overall that just impressed me the most were the effects. I mean, they were just so superb. I kept waiting to see a beheading, a stabbing or something. It's like, that just doesn't look good. No, they all looked really good, totally believable. And there's tons of gore, tons of mutilation, tons of just unrelenting violence in this film. And every single bit of it looked awesome. I mean, wow, guys, totally just fucking buy this motherfucker, man. I can't say it enough. This Pieces of Talent was a film that came out late last year that I gushed about and I loved. But honestly, this one, I love it even more. This I would put this up there with one of the best full independent films that I've ever seen. Ever seen, guys. I'm not kidding. Ever seen. It's that fucking good. And if you if you buy it off my recommendation and you don't agree with me, I will apologize to you. I will reimburse your money. Well, maybe I won't do that, but I don't think any of you is going to want to need to do that because it rules. I mean, this film just rules. So I guess I've said enough. I've done enough in this review. I'm going to give this one a solid 10 out of 10. It is the front runner for horror film of the year. I don't see something else beating this. I mean, you know, we're not even to April yet, and I think I've seen the best horror film of this year, and probably the past several years and the upcoming several years. I just can't. This movie just totally floored me. It's a fucking masterpiece in every way. So guys, that is Headless, and I hope you will go out and buy this, because I think all of you that watch my channel, especially you guys that watch it for the horror reviews, are going to love this film. It's amazing. So guys, that is it for now. I'm Jason. Thank you all for watching, and check out the links below. Thanks a lot, guys. Later.